Alright, hello guys, welcome. It is me, Alphaless from Tixia Studios. I'm here with Kimson, Kaisar, Razania, and Kim. We're gonna discuss a couple of games here. So, why don't you all just say hello?
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Kimson?
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright, good start. Alright, so before we start with anything else, I'm gonna announce the winner of the contest we had. And the winner is that Irish SOB who gave us the topic of Left 4 Dead 2 versus Dead Island. And so yeah, congratulations to you, and I'll tell you on YouTube when you can receive your prize, which is any game on Steam you want. So congratulations to you, and let's go. So yeah, guys, you know a lot about Left 4 Dead 2 and Dead Island?
Well,
No.
bug up.
Yeah, I know a lot about Left 4 Dead 2, but I don't know that much about Dead Island. Kinda.
Same here.
Alright,
I just need to confirm something. Is there anyone who actually played Dead Island?
yeah, I have.
You have. Okay, at least we got someone with experience then.
Thinking of downloading it, but meh.
Yeah, you should totally buy it first, though. So, we're not... Downloading is bad, kids. Don't do it. Alright. So, let's compare graphics. Everybody has more or less seen Dead Island, right? And everybody has more or less seen Left 4 Dead 2. So, the graphics in Dead Island and Left 4 Dead 2.
It's kinda big difference.
Well, sure. There's a big difference.
Too big, but it's... Yeah. They're trying to hold it down with the graphics on Left 4 Dead so it shouldn't be too laggy for everyone. But on Dead Island they were really fixing...
I'm pretty sure they used a source engine for Left 4 Dead 2, if I'm not incorrect.
They did.
Yeah, and the source engine actually has limitations, so I'm not thinking they held back on the graphical to make it less laggy for people. That's a false statement.
Yeah, well, it's just like the fact that Left 4 Dead 2 got released like years ago, and we got Dead Island from this year. I don't know when that was released.
Yeah, I don't know that either.
I'll tell you in a
actually.
sec. I'm googling right now. Yeah, it got the release about 2 years ago. So still.
Yeah. But I mean, sure. I from what I've seen from Dead Island, the graphics looks pretty solid. I mean, there's some small issues here and there with graphical bugs and such, which I personally think they should have ironed out and fixed before releasing the game, because it feels like Dead Island was such a rush job. I mean, even on Steam they released a debug version of it instead of releasing the actual game.
Well, the thing with Dead Island, I don't remember, but I think either was 2008 or 2006. You actually heard the first word of it. So I mean, it got announced so damn long ago, and then the whole studio and stuff just went all quiet. And so I actually don't think it's a rush job. I just think like they got to this point where money isn't enough anymore, and we just need to release it now. And they got like.
What was the game? It took 12 years to develop it.
12 years. That's...
Duke Nukem Forever feels kinda like it. Like that. When you hear it like that when it comes to...
I'd rather call it Duke Nukem Never Again. Oh Jesus, that game was so crap. Alright. So, well...
One second.
Alright. So we've established that the graphics are better but buggier in Dead Island than in Left 4 Dead 2. While the graphics in Left 4 Dead 2 were solid, I'd say that the Dead Island graphics are actually superior. No doubt about it, really. And let's talk a little bit about weapons and the weapon difference in Dead Island and Left 4 Dead 2. While Left 4 Dead 2 had more of a weaponized, gun specialization, you shoot zombies with guns. Sure, there were melee weapons in the game, but why use them when you had guns, right?
Yeah, that's true. The Deagle was way too overpowered.
As far as I know, melee weapons were used mostly in Left 4 Dead because if you were left alone and there's pretty much like let's say 6 or 7 zombies around you, you use melee weapons to actually kill them faster instead of wasting bullets.
Well, yeah, that's the point, but you could always just right-click and kick them away and then shoot them in the head.
Yeah, well, also,
Yeah, but that slows you down too.
True.
No, I can't really say that. If you can do it fast enough, then it's both kind of the same speed.
Yeah, but I hardly think the players of Left 4 Dead 2 actually specialize in doing stuff fast.
well, the
No,
usual-
yeah, they do if they play competitive, I guess.
Competitive Left 4 Dead 2?
Yeah,
It actually is out there, but
it's a 4 versus 4.
Oh,
Yes,
you mean the zombie versus
survivors.
as they play?
Yes.
You play
Yes.
both zombies and survivors. All right.
Yes.
All right.
I had a friend that played Left 4 Dead 1 competitively.
well, I think
Somehow it was really awesome.
Left 4 Dead 2 is like.
Rosania, we can barely hear you.
Yeah.
1 second then.
Your Skype window isn't even blue.
Okay, you just keep talking then.
Yeah, let's move on to weapons on Dead Island. The Dead Island weapon section is actually quite huge.
But I've seen way too many melee weapons, in my opinion.
No, melee
think the,
weapons are
um,
awesome.
I
Yeah,
think
but
they mostly
I
use
think
melee weapons.
personally, there is way too many of them. It could be more guns, in my opinion.
Okay.
Like
you haven't
in
you haven't
Dead Rising.
yeah you haven't come really
How
far in
the
the
hell
game,
do you
have
find guns and ammo on a tourist island?
You do. There's police stations all over the place.
But just
dude.
police stations. This isn't Crisis to find tons and tons of
Okay.
ammo on every inch
I
of the map.
remember correctly, weren't Marines and stuff like that sent in to try to help the island?
I haven't actually gotten that far yet, so I wouldn't.
Yeah,
know.
I think that's why there's kinda many weapons there, and because of these stations and stuff like that, just like you said.
Yeah. Alright, so let's talk a little bit about the reality of the games. I'd say that.
Zombies are real, lols.
Wouldn't we want that?
The proof is Eric.
Ha ha ha. My name's
Zombie
Alphalus.
Yeah, Atlas.
Alphalus.
Yeah.
Alphalus.
Okay,
Alright.
which game wouldn't like a zombie apocalypse? Come on, you can shoot people with guns.
Apocalypse?
Yes.
Is that when the
shoots people with guns?
Yes,
That's
then
why
you have
it's
a
called
reason to
zombies,
play.
because you think you're not shooting people, you're shooting some creature.
Yes.
wait, apocalypse? Is that when the police invades?
Yep.
Apocalypse? Sorry. Alright. Reality of the games. We were at that, I think. Yeah. The models in Left 4 Dead 2 does not feel real at all. It feels kind of crappy-ish compared to.
Dead Island, there's
Actually, no. They feel quite similar when
Yeah,
you
Dead
decapitate a zombie in Left 4 Dead 2. The blood does not look real, and it looks more or less exactly the same in Left 4 Dead. Wait, Dead Island. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
All right. It looks pretty much the same to me, actually.
Well, that's
I think
boring.
it's in and out.
What?
Well,
you-
actually,
Thing you
I've
love
seen
about
clips.
Dead Island. There's one thing you love about Dead Island instead of Left 4 Dead 2. You can fucking kick zombies. Just kick them down to the ground and just start kicking them like there's no tomorrow.
I'm pretty sure you could kill zombies in Left 4 Dead 2 as well.
Nah, you actually, what would you say, punch them back. You can do that, but it takes a lot more
Yeah. Yeah.
That.
Let's talk a little bit about the core mechanics of the game. Because, I mean, while Left 4 Dead 2 is more or less just a straight up survival, with the game actually looking at your mouse movements, your stress levels, and then accords the game and zombie waves appropriately. Dead Island is more or less just a zombie RPG-ish kind of game with levels and such.
Or sandbox-like.
No, it's quite linear, actually. Sure, you can do the missions when you want, but you can't really do them how you want. You have to do them in a specific way.
Well, if you look through, if you look through Dead Island and Left 4 Dead, Dead Island will be like a sandbox game compared to Left 4 Dead.
Sure.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we
Yes.
can hear you
Oh, finally.
perfectly fine.
Well, now I kind of lost track of where you were, but
Core mechanics.
well, core mechanics. I have no clue. Just keep going. And I'll jump in.
all right. So, yeah, I think we've exhausted the subject, actually. Let's talk a little bit about music in the games.
Oh,
Left 4 Dead 2 has those stressful. Yeah, what should we call it?
Left 4 Dead has what you call a coordinator, something like that. They actually coordinate the sounds, the waves, the feeling of the game accordingly to your stress movements with your mouse and your keyboard and your game level. So if you would play on easy and you will just ruffle stomp everything, the game would try to make it harder for you and scarier. While Dead Island does not have this, it has more or less what I've seen, what I've played, and I haven't played that much. I've played a little bit. There's pre-spawned zombies, and then there's waves of zombies, and that's pretty much it from that. And the music in the game is, I wouldn't call it spectacular. I would call it like average for a zombie game. But I really enjoy the music in Left 4 Dead 2 because it's, feels real. Feels
Yeah,
like.
who doesn't love the song coming when you hear a witch?
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
and who does not love the the song "Re Your Brains" from Jonathan Colton? Come
Well,
on.
I think the problem with the music in Dead Island is that, like, you got this really sunny paradise. At the same time, there's zombies everywhere. So, I mean, playing some really dark and grim music or something like that, I mean, it wouldn't have the same effect as if you were in, like, a graveyard, middle of the night, no light at all and stuff.
No,
Well,
as
you want Happy Tree Friends music in there?
Oh yeah,
That would be kind of awesome. But
no. All right.
somehow like that.
Actually, as far as I've seen and the feeling of the games, I'd say that Left 4 Dead 2 is actually the more scary game because it has more dark places. It has more, darkness all around since you're on this tropical island while on that island.
yeah.
When it comes to scariness, bro,
As far
Left
as
4
I've
Dead
seen,
2 and Left 4 Dead
Left 4
1.
Dead doesn't have any bright maps. Only I think one Heavy Rain, which starts a little brightish, then turns really dark.
Well,
Exactly.
I hate that rain.
You mean Left 4 Dead 1?
No, Left 4
The
Dead
Heavy
2.
Rain map.
Yeah, we're talking about Left 4 Dead 2 here, Kimson.
Yeah, I
So-
know, but I think Left 4 Dead 2 feels like they have a lot more day maps and more light